sustainability and goal setting. When I heard this title, I was thinking, okay, is it a kind of a cliche? I don't know about other institutions in our premises, but in class, many of us would have heard this term many times. The word sustainability and sustainable development goals very often used by our faculty, particularly people who are at the top level. Okay, then I was thinking, can I approach this, sustainability in different way? Then I was thinking, what is the meaning of sustainability? If you fall with someone and if you continue the relationship for a long time, you can call it sustainable relationship. If you are determining something to do in your life and your thinking and actions aligning with this for a long time, you can call it sustainability. But I am not here to speak about all these things. No, definitely they will not allow me to do that. Then what is the meaning of this sustainability? We all know that after industrialization and the capitalist version of economy, we people in the name of development and in order to have economic growth and everything, we exploit the natural resources irrationally and unsustainably. After long decades only, we realized that because of this, the negative consequences we are experiencing. After this globalization, we are also having global warming and climate change and everything. So that's why United Nations in 2015 they decided to have sustainable development goal by 2030. Everyone has to achieve this. We have 17 sustainable development goals. If you Google it, you can definitely find all these things. Okay, but nowadays developed countries like the US and the developing countries like India, everyone is speaking and they are working on sustainable development goals. And even the states, provinces, districts, even panchayat and institutions like the class, we have separate cell called microcosm. They are working on that. That's why they already have their goals. They set their goals, so they are working on it. If you look at their actions and the planning, definitely, just like Millennium Development Goals, whether we can achieve this by 2030, definitely if we go in the same pace, we cannot achieve it. But I'm not here to evaluate all these sustainable development actions and all that. As an individual, as a student, can we have sustainable development goal? Can we set a goal for it? For that, I would like to start with a question. How many of you are thinking, how many of you are preferring electronic gadgets to paper in order to take notes and reading everything? Can you raise your hand? Okay, it's very nice. We call it, this is what is sustainability. We are replacing paper with the electronic gadgets. That's why Microcosm had recommended East Coast people to replace paper cup with some other thing. But I need to critically evaluate this. Is it what sustainability? If you just approach this with the environmental perspective, can we achieve sustainability? For this, I would like to tell a story. When I was a student in Hyderabad Central University, a set of students who belonged to one student party, they were entering into School of Science. 4 girl students, they stopped them. They said, you can come, you can do campaign, you can deliver your manifesto, you can speak to the students, but one thing, you shouldn't distribute pamphlets and paper notice to students. Is it right? How many of you think? They say you can do campaign and all that in social media because many people are using social media. How many of you are supporting this? They are environmentalists. Wow, it's very nice. Many of the students who were in that party, the student party, they were from School of Social Science. They took out their phones, they took out their tabs and laptops and they showed everything. We have everything. But can you surely tell that everyone in this School of Science has electronic gadgets? There is something called a digital divide. Many people, they don't even have smartphones. They don't even have electronic gadgets. How can you replace completely paper with electronic gadgets? Nowadays, if you take my case, can I use at least 5 kgs or at least 10 kgs of paper in my entire lifetime? We have something called carbon footprint. So because of this 10 kg wastage or 100 kg wastage of paper, the carbon footprint out of this is nowhere equal to a laptop wastage. That means even if you replace paper with electronic gadgets, you cannot claim this is sustainability. Of course not. I can give you a live example. Microcosm people have approached East Coast and they asked them to replace paper cup. These people came up with biscuit cup. Right? What is happening right now? Because of this replacement, only with the environmental perspective, these people inflated 50% of the tea rate. 10 rupee tea became 15 rupees tea. I was one person stopped taking tea from East Coast. Is it sustainability? Many people, you are doing BCom, many people are doing BBA. After this, you start a business. By utilizing this opportunity of transitional phase, you can do some other business. You can try to accumulate wealth out of this. But will it be sustainable? So sustainability is not only approaching through environmental perspective, but also through cost-effective perspective. Many people are belonging to marginalized sections. If any sections of the people are affected because of this, definitely you cannot achieve sustainability. Nowadays, we are replacing paper with electronic gadgets. We are replacing paper posters with e-posters, and we are circulating on Teams and other social media. This thing can be possible in class, but is it possible in other institutions like the government institutions and all that? We don't know that. We are using petrol-powered bike, diesel-powered car, and you people can be afforded to replace that with the electronic vehicles. Okay, 1 lakh bike we cannot compare that with 1.5 lakh EV. We need to think about that. Nowadays, we are not using replaceable battery mobile phone, inbuilt battery for mobile phone only. We are using that. Okay, and nowadays we are talking about lithium-ion batteries, right? How many of you know that lithium-ion batteries, right? It's very interesting because the storage capacity will be very high. We don't need to replace, even for 5 years we can use it. The capacity will be very high. But many people are telling this is what sustainability. But I critically analyze this. This cannot be a sustainability. Of course, we people easily will not overthrow this. We will use it. The lifespan will be very high. But for that, in order to extract lithium, we need to go for environment. Latin American countries are going to be exploited by many corporates and all that. So I'm not talking about no, you shouldn't replace your lifestyle with some other thing. No, of course you need to go for that. When you are afforded to buy laptop, when you are afforded to replace paper with some other electronic gadgets, you can go for that. At the same time, we need to approach that with economic perspective, but also with social perspective. I'd like to complete my speech with one example. 3 days back, when I was in class in front of administrative office, Montu Dada was speaking on phone. 2 students from KCT, they were working, right? They were going, Montu Dada was phone. He said, they said, we are going to CC. That's what he said. One of the 2 students, he was fighting with Montu Dada. We all know that Montu Dada is a soft-spoken person, right? But that person was right. And the next person, student who was with him, right, he was telling to that student that, this is a literal, blatant discrimination on the basis of language, on the basis of ethnicity. In our sustainable development goal point number 11 talks about inclusive society. Our cities and our resident space, all things should be inclusive. So as a student, whenever there is a possibility, you just, with environmental perspective, with ecological sense, you just need to be sustainable. At the same time, if you are not offered, if anyone is not offered, it is not your fault or their fault, it is our collective fault, our society's fault. We need to think in that way. So, we shouldn't discriminate anyone. Our aim is, the last result in the point is a partnership. So everyone has to come together. Everyone has to achieve sustainable development goal. Here I haven't listed out any goal setting for you people. You decide your own goal setting. But I just gave you introduction. When you set goal to achieve sustainable development, you should look into environment, you should look into economic perspective, you should have social sense also. Thank you.